Hey everybody, it's Campfire Trish, and I'm coming at you from my kitchen. So today I'm making something very exciting. At least my kids thought so, and though it's totally not for them. But I'm making something I haven't made in a really, really long time, and I'm not too excited about it. But you know, got to do what you got to do. So today I am making Jello. Jello. Jello? So, you wonder why I'm making Jello. Well, so I am sure you are wondering why I am subjecting myself to Jello. Sometimes it's tasty, but so here it is. I have been having some GI troubles for a couple of years, and it's not something that many people talk about. And I mentioned it to my doctor at my last well visit, and he referred me to a gastroenterologist and GI doctor. And so I went there and was kind of discussing some of my symptoms, and they decided that I should have what many consider the dreaded colonoscopy. Yes, that roto-rooter up areas that many people would rather not talk about, right? But me being a nurse, it's not really that big of a deal to me. Am I a little nervous about it? Maybe. Have I given the prep to lots of people? Yes. Have I encouraged family members to have their screening colonoscopies? Yes. So, you know, it's not a big deal. Yeah, the prep might not be very fun, but you got to do what you got to do. Keep yourself healthy. So if you're not familiar with the colonoscopy, I've got my little handy dandy little cheat sheet. It's pretty much where the doctor gets to stick a camera up it's a flexible little video camera up your behind, and they get to see what's up in there. And to prep for that, you have to restrict your diet to somewhat about 5 days before your procedure, or at least that's what my physicians told me. And the day before your procedure, you have to have only clear liquids. So tomorrow is my prep day. So tomorrow is clear liquids only, so that includes I get to have some Gatorade. I'm going to be drinking some chicken broth and some apple juice, and I think I got some peach grape juice too, I think. And then I've got some Jello. So that's my meals. That's what I can, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I can have some popsicles, so I might have that. I'm not sure yet. For tomorrow, and then tomorrow evening I'll start my prep. So I'll let you know how that goes tomorrow. I'm not going to give you all the details, but most people, as I've told most of my patients, the worst part of having a colonoscopy is the prep. Drinking the liquid that doesn't taste the greatest, and then spending perhaps the evening in your bathroom. So, you know, but you got to do what you got to do. So I will say that a lot of people do think that colonoscopies are only for older people, and I'm hoping I'm not looking like I'm of the age that needs a colonoscopy yet. That's okay if you think I do. That's all right. But really, the younger people can have colon cancer, have colon problems as well. I've had some. I know some people who are definitely younger than myself who have had colon cancer. And luckily they've survived it, but you know, it does happen. It seems to be something that was only seen to happen to people that are older, like that's like, ooh, you turn 50 and you have to have a colonoscopy. Well, really, actually, it's recommended for younger ages now. So if you have any GI symptoms or any problems at all, any bleeding when you have a bowel movement, or have, you know, bowel changes or anything like that, that's something to definitely talk to your doctor about, because maybe it's time for you to get your own little screening too. But I'm hoping that, again, this is going to take that a little bit of that fear out of having a colonoscopy or the potential of having one. So yeah. And I must say, this is a very private matter for me. I am not one who likes to discuss, you know, girls don't pass gas, right? Girls don't have a bowel movement, right? That's always how I've been. It's been a very private matter, but it's an important matter to discuss, and that's why I'm bringing it to you all. I hope this video is going to be educating for you all. I'll try to keep you posted as I go along and how the day progresses, or the days, I should say, progress. Bottoms up.
Duracell recharger. Just slaughter the USB battery. Slaughter it. Alright, on the 55-minute mark. This one's the...
So the last time you saw me, I was just donning my mask to go into the procedure room, or the office for my procedure, my colonoscopy. So it's been a couple of weeks, and I just wanted to kind of give you an update about how things went. Obviously, I didn't take my camera into the procedure area. They don't kind of allow it. And plus, my main squeeze couldn't even go inside the building. He actually had to stay in the car waiting for me to be all done. So it's so weird nowadays. But so this is what happened. So I went inside, and they pretty much, did all my checks, took my temperature, made sure I was who I said it was, and took me to my own little private area. They took my blood pressure. They had me change into gown. And then they started an IV, so I did have an IV. And they, I spoke to the nurse anesthesia, or the certified registered nurse, CRNA, nurse anesthetic, or I can't think of the last word. Sorry, it's left my mind. But it's otherwise a nurse who can do anesthesia. So they did special training for that, and kind of went over the plan. Like I said, talked to the nurses. They strolled me back into the procedure room. And that's when I met my the doctor that was going to be doing the procedure. Kind of went over some generalized stuff, and they had me turn onto my side, and they gave me some great medication. I was out, and I woke up. Everything was done. No pain, no issues at all. They wheeled me back into the same spot that I was originally when I first came in, and took my vital signs, and I got some ginger ale, and the doctor came in and briefly spoke to me. Looking back, I really don't remember much of what was said, but except for everything looked good. So there was nothing, scary or nothing looked bad. They took a biopsy just to check some little things, to make sure nothing else was going on. And then I went home and had bagels. It was lovely. However, so a couple weeks went by, I really didn't hear anything, which was good news. That's always good news. If you don't hear, typically it's good news if you don't hear from your physician that, you know, all must be good. My biopsy looked fine, so that's good. My other lab work that they took when I first met the specialist had came back, and I did find out that I have something called alpha gal. And alpha gal essentially means that I had a tick bite, which has been very prevalent. I'm outdoors a lot. When Main Squeeze and I were clearing out to that backyard, we've been in the ticks like all this whole spring, summer. I've been getting ticks off, even though we're taking all the precautions. They're tiny little itty bitties, and who knows if it's that did it, but alpha gal is from a tick bite, and essentially what that means is that I currently am allergic to some type of forms of mammalian meat. So that means beef, which makes me really sad, pork, bear, rabbit, not that I really eat that, but anything that produces milk, I currently cannot have, which stinks, because as you guys, if you've been following me, you've seen that I do a lot of red meat recipes. I haven't even done a pork recipe except for brats for you guys, because I just hadn't got there yet, which I'm so sad about. I really want a steak really, really bad. So essentially I've been avoiding that. There's potentially, I might be allergic to dairy products, but I've been eating that, and I've been doing so far okay. But honestly, my gut has been feeling better. So, no, it's probably a good thing. It's not a bad thing. But I'm going to be seeing an allergist at some point in time, hopefully soon, to kind of really narrow down exactly what I'm allergic to. Now, the cool thing with alpha gal, as long as I don't get reinfected, and this is the Lone Star tick, that's the, Lone Star tick is the one that gives alpha gal, so that tick with the little white back on it, that is the one that will do it to you. And as long as I don't become reinfected, most people within 2 years, they clear that allergen, and they can have red meat or red meat, pork, lamb, whatnot. So keeping my fingers crossed. But if I thought if if you don't want to see this, look away now. But I thought I would show you a picture what a normal colon kind of looks like. This is, see this right here. See, it's not scary. It's just what's inside you. Kind of cool. Being a nurse, I actually helped with a lot of colonoscopies in my past, so I must say mine looks pretty darn pretty. But otherwise, I'm very happy to hear that all that's good. I have had some people my own age and younger have colon cancer before, so I'm kind of glad that that's out the way, and I will have to have another one done in 5 to 10 years. I'll have to see. But otherwise, that's it. So, get your butt checked, y'all. If you're over 50, it's definitely recommended, but it is recommended for over 40. Sometimes insurances are a little funny about paying for it at 40. But if you have any issues at all, anything, talk to your physician and get your butt checked. I'm telling you, just do it. Yeah, the prep's not fun. Ugh. But it's better than what it could be down the road. If you don't get it checked and it ends up being something ugly, it's better to catch it early, very much early. Your likelihood of making it through and getting past it is much higher when it's caught early. So again, take it from the nurse. Get yourself checked if you need to, okay? And if you have questions, feel free to reach out to me. All right, so I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. This is a little PSA, and till next time.